Historical Reconstruction of Aryan X. Episode 30. The Teachings of the Eldest Son, Jonggyo, like religions, the record of bloodline, Jokbo, and the Jonggyo system. When the English word religion is written in Hanja, it is written as Jonggyo, Jonggyo. The Jung in this episode's title, The Teachings of the Eldest Son, Jonggyo, and in The House of the Eldest Son, Jonggyo, means head, eldest, or firstborn son. Strictly speaking, Jonggyo is the teaching of humanity's firstborn son, or the eldest. In other words, there must be only one group or entity that can use the word Jonggyo, like religion. This is because there cannot be more than one firstborn son, or eldest. Therefore, every group in society that uses the term Jonggyo, like religions, must prove that they are the firstborn son, the eldest of humanity. Who then can rightfully and proudly use the term Jonggyo, like religion? If you have a conscience, speak up. The only society or group that can prove Aryan X is the Jonggyo, the eldest of all humanity, is the original Buddhism of Vairochana Buddha, and Donghak, which appeared in modern history as its successor. I urge you not to use the term Jonggyo, like religions, recklessly. This is because everything other than Buddhism, which is the primordial culture of history, is a pseudo-religion. Now, with a light heart, I will create an opportunity to talk about the various religions we know. You will come to understand how religion has been manipulated. Manichaeism. The religion that appears most frequently in accounts of the Central Asian Silk Road is Manichaeism. Why did Aryan X claim that Manichaeism is the same as Buddhism? Manichaeism distorted Buddhism in Central Asia by creating the similar-sounding name Mani from Sakyamuni, or Shakyamuni. In Korea, on the island of Ganghwado, there is a place with an altar called Chumsongdan, said to be for rights to heaven. This place is called Manisan, the same Mani as in Manichaeism. Mani is the Mani, Moni, or Muni from Sakyamuni or Shakyamuni, and it also means the eldest son, the firstborn, the head. The Mani of Manisan is also the world's eldest mountain, the Jung Mountain. Manichaeism is precisely Jonggyo, which is Buddhism. Buddhism is the bright teaching. The Hanja character Jung means the head, the eldest, the supreme. Shamanism. Now the truth will emerge. What is shamanism, which we commonly associate with mediums, folk rituals, and superstition? Shamanism was referring to Shakyamuni of Buddha, the main Buddha of Buddhism. The name Shakyamuni was slightly altered to create the word shamanism, manipulating it to seem like a term for folk rituals and mediums. Folk rituals have no relation to Buddhism whatsoever. The term Mundung, medium, was originally a title of respect for Buddha, the heavenly king, who was the sole representative in the human world of the heavenly God, the creator Hanalnim. However, during the period of great catastrophe in modern history, the existence of the heavenly king disappeared. The term Mundung then came to collectively refer to those who emerged falsely, claiming to be representatives of the heavenly king, Buddha. Those who followed and respected the spirit of Vairochana Buddha, who opened the heavens with the spirit of Hangik Ingon as to broadly benefit the human world, and sought to inherit that tradition, were also manipulated by history's fabricators and labeled as idol worshippers. The mainstream classes who call those who respect and serve the main Buddha of Buddhism idol worshippers and despise them are the people of Western learning, namely Christianity and Catholicism. But are the cross, Jesus, and Mary, to whom they bow and pray every day, not idols? Is it a romance if I do it, but an affair if someone else does it? Zoroastrianism, the fire-worshipping religion. The forces that manipulated history deliberately distorted the bright teachings of Buddhism that existed in Central Asia, labeling it all as a fire-worshipping religion that worships bull like fire when modern relics and ruins were being discovered. Bulgyo, Folkyo, is not about bull like fire, but Balgan is bright like fire. Islam. Islam means is plus lam. Is in names like Israel, Easter Island, Istanbul, and Islamabad means outside, that is, a being outside of Central Asia. Lam means bright, as in Lama, Roma, or Baramuni. The Lamaism of Tibet is precisely the bright teaching, Buddhism. Islam's holy land, Mecca, is Me, which is Mi or Mo in Old Korean, meaning mountain, and Ka is the Ka of Shaka, Scythian, meaning bright. The Mecca of history was the bright mountain in Central Asia, Mount Gangangsan, the spiritual mountain for all humanity, and Mount Baekdusan. After destroying this place, the origin and center of humanity, and manipulating the history of Central Asia, the forces that destroyed and fabricated this created a new site, in a location in Saudi Arabia. The Al and Lal of Central Asia is also the Shinshi, the divine land where Islam's Allah, God, resided. Christianity. The Scythian Aryans who migrated across the world were called by various names depending on the region they moved to, such as Kori, Gori, Gari, Gru, Kru, Crow, Celt, Gali, Gri, Kuru, Kojak, Kazakh, Koka, and so on. Christ is Kri, which has the same meaning as Kori of Korea. S is a possessive marker meaning of. Tut means land. Therefore, the bright teaching, Buddhism, is Christ. The teaching of the land of Korea is clearly Buddhism, and Buddhism does not believe in the existence of an all-powerful God. So why is the Western learning, which goes on about an all-powerful creator, using the name Christ? We all need to wake up to know the truth of history. Catholicism. The Kato in Catholicism is the Shaka Teo of the Scythians, the bright land. Catholic is pure Korean. In Spanish, a cathedral is called catedral. Kate is Ka-teo, the land of the Scythian Shaka. Drill is composed of d, an Old Korean word for land, and ral, a place name from the Al and Aral of Central Asia. The Spanish word catedral is precisely a Buddhist place name. That is why Maitreya Bodhisattva of Buddhism is called the Messiah, the future savior. Why are the terms used by these Catholics Korean and Buddhist terms? Messiah. In Christianity, the future savior is called the Messiah. However, Wikipedia states that the Buddhist Bodhisattva, Maitreya Bodhisattva, is the Messiah. Does truth even exist in this world? I dare to say that almost all the religions we know today have been manipulated, with the truth hidden. The only country in the world that maintains the system of Jokbo, a family document that records the lineage from the birth of each surname down to myself and my children, and the tradition of Jonggyo, the house of the eldest son, where only the direct line of eldest sons has protected the original house where the surname began, is Korea. The reason why the system of Jokbo, the record of bloodline, and Jonggyo, the house of the eldest son, exists only in Korea and nowhere else in the world is because these Scythian Aryan Koreans were the firstborn and main descendants in human history. If you are interested, it would be a good idea to research the Korean systems of Jokbo and Jonggyo. In the next episode, I will introduce Mount Gangangsan, the sacred spiritual mountain for all people of the world, where the opening of the heavens was said to have taken place around 3897 BC. This sacred Yongsan of the world is among the 5 peaks in the center of Central Asia that you have seen. I will reveal that this mountain is the actual historical Mecca where Islam's God, Allah, who was Buddha, resided. That it is the heavenly mountain, Cheonsan, the origin of the name Himalayas, and the original stage of the Palmers. I sincerely hope that you will contact many people and join in this once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. The heavens and the earth will tremble. Subtitle languages can be translated into the language of each country, so please be sure to use them. If there are any issues, please contact us via the comments or Google Mail. Our Google Mail address is aryanrealhistory@gmail.com. Our YouTube channel is Historical Reconstruction of AryanX or History Restoration of AryanX. Your subscriptions and likes are a reflection of your conscience and passion for the truth, so please do not forget them.